And the answer to this question is, of course we can. Hi, this is Pete from MyJewelryBunch.com. I'm going to walk you through basically tearing down these Chinese quartz clocks and cleaning them so we can get them to work. The first thing we're going to do here, as you can see, is pop off the set wheel. There are usually 2 or 3 tabs that you have to pop out. You can see I'm using a little screwdriver to pop those tabs open. And we're going to see the third one, which is located by the battery compartment. Once you do that, once you get that pried off, you'll see that the back cover kind of pops off and exposes the gears that are inside these quartz clocks. Next thing we want to do is pull these gears out one at a time, take a look at them, examine them, and find out maybe why this clock is not running. So here you can see I'm putting them in order as they come out. We're also going to look at the next piece, where the hour and minute posts are poking through the front of the clock. It's located under this little locking piece. So we just pry that off very gently. It's held in with the 4 posts. Not all clocks are built the same way. And now we've exposed the hour wheel, the minute post, and the hour hand post. And I'm going to pull those off. And we're going to take a look at these, examine them for any dirt and wear. I also look for, because they're plastic gears, I tend to look for the teeth of the gears and make sure that they're not broken or damaged. Then what I do is I gently wipe them off. Because they're plastic gears, they will collect a lot of dust and debris, and the plastic tends to wear out. It is hard plastic, so when the plastic wears out, it leaves little fibers, and those kind of accumulate within the watch, or within the clock. So you can see here, after I've examined them and cleaned the gears, and I'm just pretty much wiping them down with a cotton lid-free cloth, I'll start reassembling the clock and make sure that each gear goes back the way we took it out. Right there, I just cleaned off the post that holds the minute hand down. This is also the plate, or I guess you could call it a bridge, plastic bridge, albeit, holds those 3 gears in place. So I'm going to gently put that back into the clock. Sorry I didn't get that more on the screen, but you kind of get the gist of what I'm trying to do. That's the set wheel gear. I'm also going to put a little oil on these just to keep them lubed up. No teeth were broken on this clock, so I got kind of lucky. But I did find some debris and dirt that was kind of wedged in these, and that happens. They're not sealed units. They're exposed to all kinds of environmental problems. So you want to clean them off real good. Here we're putting in the magnetic gear that the quartz kind of pulses. It's got a little magnet on it. The quartz will pulse back and forth, allowing that gear to rotate, letting the clock work. I look for any damage whatsoever in the quartz too. Sometimes those wires will break off. There you can see on that one gear, it's got a lot of debris and dirt on it. That's probably the main reason this particular clock didn't work. So I'm going to take that off, clean it up. Again, I'm only wiping it down with a cotton cloth. I'm going to use some Rodico putty just to get all that debris out. And once we get it out of there, we can put that gear back into position. These clocks are they're pretty inexpensive. A lot of my customers will actually go buy them at Jo-Ann Fabrics or Walmart in the craft area, and they'll bring them in because they can't figure out how to put the hands on them. And really the biggest problem with the clocks that we see is that the hour hand post and the minute hand post, when you go buy another replacement movement, they don't fit the hands that you have. When you order these clocks, you actually have to order them specifically to fit the hands that you have on the clock. We keep a variety of these in stock, and sometimes the customer may have only paid $20 for the clock, and they don't want to pay $30, $40 to have us put a new movement in, retrofit clock parts. So, what I'm left with is tearing these down and finding out exactly why they don't work. my mistake. I didn't put this back together the normal way. I usually pay a little more attention, but I was kind of in a hurry to get this clock fixed and out the door. So you can see here I'm struggling to put the hands back in. Oh, there we go, found the right place. And they only go in one way. As long as you don't force them to and do any damage to the plastic teeth. Once you get it all back together again, it should work fine. Some of these little gears are going to work, they're going to go in a little harder than the others, so just be aware of that. Not all plastic gears need to have oil. So I only put a little oil on places where there's going to be a lot of friction, just to make sure that it runs. You know, the other thing is too, these plastic teeth are wearing out, and that's probably what caused this in the first place. So fixing these clocks is not going to give you another 20 years of life. It's probably going to extend the clock life a year or two more, and you know, it'll have its issues. We get that all back assembled, put all the clips back into place, get that set wheel back in, and of course you can't hear it, but the clock is ticking good. I usually put a couple of hands on there just to make sure that it's running, and that's pretty much how we kind of disassemble a quartz clock and make sure it works. So like I said, usually I put a hand on there, and that's what I'm doing here. If you look closely, you'll see that minute hand is moving perfectly. So that, my friends, is how we fix quartz electronic clocks. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it. Anything that you can do to help get us a little more exposure would be great. If you want to see more information on watch and clock and jewelry repair, go to our website at www.myjewelrybench.com, and you can even support us at Patreon. It's patreon.com/myjewelrybench.com. Thank you very much for watching this, guys. If you want to see more of these, subscribe now, and have a good day. Bye-bye.